want you to join me on this video. This morning I'm off to Porsche Centre Newcastle in my Porsche Cayman 987. We've been invited down to Porsche Centre Newcastle, which is one of the newest Porsche, in fact it is the newest Porsche Centre in the United Kingdom, as a group of enthusiasts to go down there and get our cars checked out. Now I thought I haven't done many videos on the Cayman, I haven't done much work on the Cayman lately, so I thought what better car than to take down to get a bit of a health check, an assessment, and it's basically their technicians looking over the car to point out what is wrong with the car and what could be improved on in the car. Now I'd like one of the Porsche technicians to actually have a drive of the car because I feel the clutch point on this car, the clutch bite point is really high. So I'd like another opinion as to whether the technicians think that the clutch is due for replacement or not. I've made a video about this in the past. I have also put various posts on different forums which people seem to suggest that it's quite normal for this car. But the clutch biting point in this car, as opposed to my 911, 997, which are the same year by the way, are just completely different. They are night and day. The 997 clutch is a lot better. The clutch on this car I'm not exactly happy with, so I'd like an opinion as to what they think is wrong with the clutch. So let's get down to Porsche Centre Newcastle.
Oh, I don't know.
Has everybody got a drink?
Thank you.
I'll get you a black one.
So then it was time for me to find out what, if anything, was wrong with my 987 Cayman S. And if you've been following the vlogs, you'll know that this was a very cheap car and it was a little rough around the edges, so I was expecting the worst. I'm saying it was a cheap car, it had not a lot of work done to it, so I'm expecting a lot to be wrong with it.
You want that brake pipe sorted out?
Which one? That one there.
Right. The caliper pipe. It's got a copper one fitted on the other side, like.
Right.
Are these the standard exhaust? Did you do that?
Well, it's a standard exhaust, but it's been done by Gert in Cornwall. He's basically had the guts came out of it. I've got the headers as well, or the manifolds.
Did you take the manifolds then?
I've not took them off yet. I'm worried about snapping the bolts, so that's the thing. Aye. So I might get somebody else to do that.
You don't think it's taking the manifolds off, eh?
I'm going to take the manifolds off. I've got like called 200 cell cats. So it's like capped in them, but
you may get a couple of them out like with good chance you'll snap them.
Snap them, yeah. I'll get someone to do it, I think, like,
You can get it. We've got a template you put over and you can do it.
right, yeah. And as we work our way back into the showroom, I stumble across this Porsche 918 Spider, a car which I had the luxury of driving a few months ago. I'll put the link to that video in the description below. This car is actually for sale, just over £1 million. Okay, so now I want to show you two cars from the day which are looking on point. The first is Dave's 997 Carrera S, a car which he's slowly but tastily modified over the past few years. It has black accents on the front splitter, wing mirrors and rear deck lid, which in my opinion go perfectly with these Fuchs alloys. The second car is Keith's 1986 Porsche 3.2 Carrera. This is a left-hand drive car which adds a little bit of character, especially when it's only driven on the UK roads. The car is immaculate. It's 33 years old and has about 108,000 miles on the clock. A charming Porsche classic. That was quite an enjoyable morning. Let's see, had the car checked up on the ramps. Quite interesting actually. You know, this car is a cheap car. I bought it knowing that it hadn't been cared for fantastically. I bought it knowing that it was a little bit rough around the edges. So to get the car on the ramps and get a real good look at sort of, you know, the inner workings of the car was really informative and really helped me understand what I need to do to the car. The technician did say that the clutch will need replacing, which is pretty unsurprising really. It's the original clutch. It's got 126,000 miles on the car. I'd say the clutch has done very well to last this long, so the clutch needs to be replaced on this car. What I'll do is I'll get a full clutch put in there, and I'll also probably get the lightweight flywheel as well, which has been recommended to me by a lot of people, whoever I've spoke to about changing the clutch. Other than that, everything else was in really good condition. A couple of things which needed, well, minor things which need to be replaced. A little bit of brake pipe on both sides coming out of the caliper, and also the flexi hose which attaches to the brake pipe needs to be replaced. Well, it doesn't need to be replaced, but it was advised that I replace it while I'm doing those brake lines. So overall, you know, it's a 10-year-old, it's not a 10-year-old car, it's a 13-year-old car. It's got 126,000 miles on the clock. And I'm really impressed with that, really impressed with the condition that the car's in. I was expecting a full list, and it just goes to show, if you look after the car over the years, which obviously this car's probably had more work done on it than I actually gave it credit for. I think the main problem with this car, I don't know if I've mentioned it in a few other videos, but it's, you know, jobs that I just haven't got around to doing yet. And I've mentioned these months ago. It still needs a starter motor, still needs an AOS. The bodywork is a little bit rough around the edges. I'm not worried about that though. You know, those are jobs that I will get around to doing. I'll probably do them over the winter. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Sometimes I like to just make these videos where really not much is going on, but you know, we're getting together, a bunch of Porsche enthusiasts, getting together, getting our cars checked out. I just thought it might be nice to maybe bring you along for the exercise. And if you did like this video, well, I make lots of Porsche videos, and it'd be great to have you along as a subscriber. So please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the bell so you don't miss a single thing. I post new Porsche videos every single Thursday. Thanks for watching the Porsche Network, and I'll see you next time.